Hello, this is Eric with Oregon Choice Group, standing out in front of 13203 Southwest 161st Place, listed for $555. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1488 square feet on a 5,200 square foot lot. It's about 11:15 in the morning. It's raining, so it'd be good to be able to get a look at the exterior under these conditions. Few things. Nice little street. No fire lane, so there's plenty of parking. Good space out front here. 2-car garage. It's vacant, so it's been sitting this way for a little while. Big front yard. Looks like there's an irrigation system, but no grass. Our orientation is east-west, if my bearings are right. Morning sun over there, and then the setting sun on that side. With this big oak tree, I believe this is an oak tree, there's going to be moss that will develop on the back side where it's not going to be seeing a lot of sun, and then everything on the north side will have moss, so that's going to be a regular maintenance item. You can actually see a little bit of moss building up right here on this side. Fiber cement exterior, so solid exterior, lifetime warranty. If this is James Hardie, which it looks like it is, it's ready for paint. You can see this side has gotten the sun bleaching to the south. Now this install on the siding is not the same today. They'll flash these, so you don't have to caulk. It seems like it's in pretty decent shape, but and they face nail the siding here. So when you go to paint, it's a little bit more expensive. Stepping up to the front, pretty smooth. There seems to be some settling here, so it's at quite a bit of a slope, which is good. You don't want water sloping towards the building, but it's pretty steep here. You could actually see how, and it looks like it hasn't dropped, so it appears that it's was poured this way, but it's pretty significant, the slope on this slab. Lots of different gutter transitions. Looks like there's a little rot developing here from the flashing. If the gutter, kind of appears that the gutter is flat or has a little bit of slope this way. So with all these leaves, you can have a lot of pooling here, and I'm assuming that's probably why that's rotten. So stepping into the front, kick my shoes off here. It's raining right now, so I just go over the paperwork in here, but it's a little dark. Vaulted ceilings. Somewhat small space here. Not terribly sure how you would do this as a living room with the seating area here. I want to say it's probably about 12 feet wide, maybe 13 or 14 feet wide here. I mean, I assume they have the cable box here, cable connection here, so you put a TV on the wall there, and then a single love seat here to have a TV on that wall. Now, the footage down here, I'll walk into the kitchen. Shot of the backyard. I haven't really done any maintenance or anything here in a while. Kitchen. So Sorry, it's all wet, but the main level footage shown here, it's not giving me the, anyway, 794 square feet on the main, 690 upstairs, 1995 build. So I marked all this stuff with green because some of it is, I'll corroborate it with the tax record. So the bedrooms, bathrooms, and square feet are correct. 5,200 square foot lot. Does have AC, public water, public sewer, and natural gas. However, not in the kitchen. It's electric. The tax is at $4,300 a year. Now, so the reason why I think 794 square feet is important, just when you have a lot of rooms, if it was 1,000 square feet, you'll have more over here. You know, the footprint of the lower level is better. So at 800 approximately, you get several smaller living spaces. I have my camera zoomed out all the way, so this is the other living area, which is more like a dining room, I think, like a formal dining, or you would do a formal dining in here. But you know, with the bar in the kitchen, you would do another small couch here, and you'll have kind of a smaller walkway. Typically with rooms like this, you want to keep the whole walkway clear. So from this wall over, or here, just this entryway point for the kind of feng shui. But so very small living area on this side. So you're kind of limited to the other area. So the kitchen wraps around. Well, here I'll focus on the kitchen for a second. So these are original cabinets from '95. They're just wood, pretty simple slab cabinets, MDF interiors. Kind of an odd, little crooked shelf here. Granite countertops with a bull nose. So I think this was done after the fact. Probably took it from Formica. Newer refrigerator, missing the doors above it. And this is the little dining nook. Vinyl windows. So these can fail, where they'll get gas, they'll lose the gas. And it kind of looks like that might be happening here. You can't really see in the camera. But these are very user-friendly. These inserts can be replaced very affordably. Ceiling height in here is 8 feet with the soffit that was put in. So this can be removed, and you can do full height cabinets, which would be a nice touch. However, with the crown molding, it does look quite nice. Little hall bath. They did a new vanity and mirror. Smells in here, very neutral. I don't get any bad smells, dog, or anything like that. So it feels very clean. The floors in here are a laminated vinyl, likely Pergo, or a newer version of it. They look quite nice, very simple. These joints here can absorb water. So that is I think this is a newer floor, so I assume that this is a floor that is a little bit more water resistant. There's a T-mold, this piece here, into a ceramic, maybe a porcelain tile, kind of faux travertine floor in the hall bath. And it's actually a pretty roomy bathroom. I didn't turn any of the lights on in here to kind of just give you a feeling of what it's like during the overcast, which we have a lot of here. But access under the stairs. That's the crawl space access there. And then there's some low voltage, I'm assuming, for security. This box here. And then this is like, this is actually the laundry room. So there's a clean out there, your water connection, power for your dryer vent. It appears they've disconnected it and rerun it, so I'm assuming that one may have failed. I'm actually not too sure what's going on there, but why there's a second 4-inch hole. And then there's a fan in here as well. Stepping out into the garage, 2 steps into the garage. Basic fire taping in here, so nothing terribly special. There is a post in the middle, so this is a custom build with these load-bearing elements. The garage length, though, if you have a truck, the truck would fit in here, but it will be tight. And then on this side with the built-ins, this piece here overlaps into the garage space a little bit, so this probably wouldn't be usable unless you tear all that out, which isn't a big deal. But SUV truck should fit pretty well on this side. You're going to be right up to your utilities, but then you also have the parking out front. Garage door is just a basic sheet metal galvanized steel. It's either very dirty or it's just really dirty. But very basic on the garage door with 2 openers. Panel's going to be 200 amp service. OSB sheathing on the outside, which is, in my opinion, an inferior sheathing, but it's very, very common. 200 amp service, maxed out. It looks like there's 2 spaces here for something that was deleted. So if you wanted to do an electric car charger, you could do that here. Furnace is original. AC is original. The AC unit is down here, indicated by the refrigerant lines. It is a natural gas 80% furnace, so it's a lower efficiency. These do tend to last a long time because of the lower efficiency, but this is original to the house. Hot water heater is newer. And it does have copper plumbing, so the plumbing is great. And then it's all natural gas, so it's going to be fairly efficient. There appears to be some water intrusion here, which is interesting because it's along the slab, the entryway. The pathway I walked up was right here. So that's a little strange. The effervescence is a sign of and then obviously the water leak there. So there's that hole into the laundry room. So it's not too sure why that's like that, but if at one point the washer and dryer were out here and they moved it in there, not very clear. Okay, 13 minutes in, we need to get moving here. These doors up. Okay, and then there's a coat closet here. Okay, upstairs. Stairs feel pretty roomy. I have a size 12 shoe, and I have the foot and the, doesn't feel steep. The stairs are relatively short, the rise, so it's a pretty decent walk. 8-foot ceilings up here, attic access, and the bedrooms. Same floor that's used downstairs is used up here in the hall, and then carpet in the bedrooms, which is common. Primary, 2 bedrooms, hall bath. Linen closet. So we'll start in the primary. Good sized bedroom. Also, orange peel drywall finish on the walls, And then it's a knockdown texture on the ceiling, which is industry standard. The room is plenty big for a king bed, 2 nightstands, and you could also do a hutch or some kind of a dresser here on this wall, and you'd still have plenty of room to be able to comfortably walk around on either side of the bed. Something too big here might be a little bit of a challenge, but there is plenty of room here. So there's 2 wood T-molds. This one's a little damaged with the faux travertine floor. No bathtub. I should mention there was a skylight on the main, and then there's another skylight here. It seems like it's in pretty decent shape, but a lot of moss buildup here, and then some of the gaskets have delaminated, so there may be something to look at there. We'll start over here. So the shower is a 1-piece insert. The shower head here is about 7 feet, maybe 6 foot. No, not 7 feet. It's probably 6'6", 6'4". So if you're tall, which is the reason why they added this extension here, you're kind of kneeling under the shower head. Or if you were to use this, which is a little kind of a funny contraption there. Needs a glass door. Absolutely necessary. You could get away with a curtain, but and with the tile floor it should be fine, but open bathroom. There's a couple little settling marks here. You can see the drywall cracked, and it appears they've done a repair here, or they pulled the wall out. I'm actually not too sure what this is about, but you can see there's marks going all the way down and then all the way back. Closet. Decent amount of storage. Okay. Looks like a newer roof, and they have rain guard gutters, so there's good and bad with the gutter screens. It will sometimes allow water to drain straight off and on the ground. These still do need to be cleaned. That's the one misconception. So over time, maybe instead of every year, it'd be every 5 years or 4 years, you'd want to pull all those off and clean out from underneath, which would require, I would hire a company for that, probably. Hall bath, newer vanity. It isn't sucked up to the wall. It should have a backsplash or something. It's kind of floating there a little bit. Water will drain behind it and damage the sheetrock. Tub shower, one piece tub shower. Get kind of a direct shot of the neighbor's unpainted house here. A little rough. You can see there's they're having some pretty rough water problems there. All that sheathing is going to need to be replaced. Real rough. All the windows seem to be pretty clean. They need to be cleaned, but clean as in, water intrusion or signs of water intrusion. And bedrooms 2 and 3. So let's see, we'll start with this one. This is a tiny room. Good for a small child. I mean, good for anybody, but this is not a queen. This is a full bed. Maybe a twin, but the twin's going to be tight to the window here, and the door is going to be pretty close to hitting it when you enter. The bed's going to come out to here. And this is a slightly larger room. However, the closet is a little, comes out pretty far. I mean, I suppose you could do a full here or here, but it's going to be close to the door on this side. Sorry. So, or maybe even on this side here, but would have to figure out how to lay this out a little better. You can see the moss build up there from the tree, and great backyard though. And it appears like the neighbors, aside from these folks here, take really good care of their property. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it and I'll run outside and we'll wrap this up. All right, out into the backyard here. So all your windows and doors need to be flashed. They retrimmed this door here for whatever reason, if they replaced it or not, I don't know. Kind of looks like they may have replaced it, but they didn't flash, which is, I don't see, there's not really an example here, but where the siding meets the wood, there needs to be a piece of metal protecting from water draining behind the wood and then onto the door and then into the house. Now, if there's any, with these cracks in the, you can't really see it in the camera, but you know, the siding butt joints can allow water to drain in, around the window can drain in, and if water gets behind this siding, it has nowhere to come out. It's caulked. So water will pool here and rot the siding into the drywall. So this should be, I mean, it may never happen, or it could happen tomorrow, and that's the one problem with it's not very well protected, which is why you want overhangs in the Pacific Northwest. So it's really important. This is a custom build. The roof was framed with 2x10s or 2x8s. So there's elements of load-bearing walls throughout the whole building. Great side yard. That tree just dumps these leaves, so they're every year it's going to be and that's the neighbor's tree. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is a tree on this property, so I would probably plan to cut that down. Fully fenced backyard. Lots of flat work here. There are little shifts, you know, toe kick spots here. It gets really bad right here, and it's actually cracked. Maybe not, actually. Maybe it's just settled, but it drops down here. You can see the water, and then it's settled there. Crawl space is venting, which is necessary. The gutters are plugged. You can see the water draining out of it. And I recommend screens installed on the downspouts that'll allow for cleaning before it drains into the drains, which will eventually clog. You can see all the moss there from this tree. There's a little bit of grass here. Has a lot of potential to be a really nice backyard. I would really recommend taking out that tree because it's really makes a mess of things. This section of fence is ready for replacement. This section of the fence belongs to the neighbor. You can tell by the boards being on the neighbor's side. It appears that all this fencing has been done by the neighbors except for this one, which is the only one that needs to be replaced. But aside from that, little monkey business with the gutter drain there. It just drains down and then onto the roof and then down into this lower section here. So there may be some gutter work to do here. Alrighty. And then they have a big shed on this side, so you can access the front down the walkway here, which is really kind of a neat touch, you know, all this slab work. So old AC unit. You know, so AC and furnace are ready for replacement. This is kind of a mess here. You can see that all this water is pooled up on here and it's soaked it up. They use this T111 siding, which is the same thing that the neighbor has, to direct the water away from this roof vent. So this is a mushroom roof vent that they're using for something. I'm not quite sure what that's for. It's improper though. This is not a proper installation here. You can see this substrate there is having a little bit of, the paper is rotting, and they used HVAC tape to flash it. So this whole thing needs to be replaced and redone. Okay, that about wraps it up. We'll have this over to you guys soon. Talk to you then.